We've looked so far at working out where the minute hand is when it's exactly on one of the numbers on the clock face. What happens when it is in between two of those numbers? The first thing to say with this is that not every clock and watch distinguishes between all the minutes in between each 5 minutes, and it's perfectly acceptable to read the time on an analogue clock and say, for this one, it's just gone 10 past 10, or it's just after 10 past 10, or it's about 11 minutes past 10. It's fine to do that. Also, it's almost 10:15, just coming up to 10:15, about 13 minutes past 10. So just be aware that you don't have to be precise all the time. There are times when it's good to know some of the precise minutes, such as if you're catching a train, or if you're comparing digital time with analogue time. Here we have a time that's just after 10 past 10, and if you needed to be precise, you might get a question further down the line where you're asked to find out exactly how many minutes it takes to do something. And here you can see that this is just 1 minute later than 10 past, so that's 11 minutes past, and the next one would be 12, then 13, then 14. So really you just count on from whatever the previous minute was, or for this time, for example, you could say it's 1 minute before 15 minutes past, so it's 14 minutes past. It's a little more complicated when the minute hand is on the other side of the clock, because you might have to take into account not just the minutes past, but also the minutes too. There's a couple of ways of looking at this. We can see that the last time the minute hand was on one of the clock face numbers, it was on the 8, and that would have been 40 minutes. And it moves up one, that's 41, moves up another one, that's 42, and then 43. You could also look at the 45 and say, well, it's 2 before the 45, so I'm going to take 2 away from that. Either way, that time is 43 minutes past 4, or 4:43, as it would be on a digital clock. Looking at the minutes too for this one, you're kind of working backwards. Remembering that the minutes too, we count in fives going down the clock, and the minute hand is 2 before the 15 minutes too. So the one before that means there are 16 minutes to go until it gets to the whole hour, and the one before that means there are 17 minutes to go until the next full hour. The further down the clock the minute hand is on the left hand side of the clock as you're looking at it, the further away it is from the full hour. So if you're adding on going down that side of the clock, remember that you have more minutes to go until you get there. So that would be 17 minutes to 5. Here's one for you to try. Just pause the video if you need time to work this out. This one's not too bad because the minute hand is on the minutes past, not the minutes to. And if you look at where it is, the one after the 5 is 6 minutes, the one after that is 7 minutes. So this time is saying 7 minutes past, and you can see that the hour hand has just gone past the 7. So it's 7 minutes past 7, you might say 7:07. This one, the minute hand is on how many minutes to, and you can see that it's just 1 minute before that minute hand gets to the 12 to tell you that it's something o'clock. It's 1 minute until 2 o'clock, 1 minute to 2. To find the minutes past, remember that there are 60 minutes in an hour, and this is just 1 minute less than the whole hour. So this is going to be 59 minutes past 1, or 1:59, as it would say on the digital clock. Have a go at this one. We can see that it's 2 minutes until it gets to the 30 minutes, so it's 28 minutes past, and that's 7, or 7:28. Have a go at this one. One after the 45 minutes, so it's 46 minutes past 7, or 7:46. how many minutes to the next hour. I generally make sure that whichever numbers the minute hand is between, I know the 5 minutes either side of that. So I know that this is going to be between 10 minutes and 15 minutes to. This hand has moved on from the 15 minutes. It's 1 minute closer to the next full hour. That means there's 1 minute less than 15 to get there. So this is 14 minutes to the next hour, which is 8. 14 minutes to 8 is the same as 7:46. Have a go at this one. If you're still having trouble remembering what each of the numbers on the clock face stand for in minutes, it's fine to count down in 5s. I can see that I have somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes past. It's 1 just before the 20, so that's 19 minutes past 11, or 11:19. This one I need to think of how many minutes to, as well as how many minutes past. Looking at the minutes past to start with, counting all the way round, I can see it's going to be between 35 and 40 minutes past. It's pointing to before the 40, so that means it's 38 minutes past, and it's 38 minutes past 6, or 6:38. Looking at the minutes to, again putting my minutes all the way down there, and I can see that minutes to, it's between 20 minutes and 25 minutes until it gets to the next hour. It's 2 minutes before the 22. That means there's 2 more minutes to get to the hour than 20. So it's 22 minutes to 7. There's a few more videos coming up, and you might want to watch them in different orders. One of the next videos is comparing analogue and digital time, and we're going to start looking at just using the 12 hours of the clock, but then that will move on to the 24-hour clock, so working beyond 12 o'clock. And also there's a video with some interesting facts, interesting things that it's handy to know about time.